Hey, what's up, garden folk? So this is kind of like an update and a continued video because I'm gonna be making some more cuttings. But so about 2 months ago, I made a couple cuttings from I can't pronounce the name. It's like a sandguam or something like that, but of a indoor house plant. But if you're like more in the jungle regions, it'd be outside plant. But I took a cutting of a larger plant and I put it into this pot. I actually took 2 cuttings, and this is, so pretty much I got 50% success. So this is the successful one, and the other one, I guess I forgot to make a video of that. Kind of just rotted where it should have rooted, it rotted, and I threw it out, and it had to go. I should have took a picture of how it looks so you guys can see. And I did this in about 2 months ago. So right here is, I wanted to root out some passion fruit, the Nancy Garrison. So the passion fruit you actually eat. And this was about maybe a month ago. I should have dated it. But yeah, some nice good root growth. I started with just regular drinking water. You know, I just get a whole bunch of cases from Kirkland. Not a whole bunch of cases, but a couple cases with a whole bunch of bottles from Kirkland, from Costco. And I started off with regular water, and then I made a mix. I made a mix which was like a tad bit. So this is just regular drinking water. Again, I want to use drinking water because it's like neutral. It's on the 6 side of the pH scale. 6, I think, maybe 6, 6.5. But anyways, I mixed a little bit of liquid algae and a tad bit of Super Thrive, because I know Super Thrive has a rooting hormone in there, and liquid algae just on a molecular level speeds up cell reproduction. Like they split faster, they make the cell walls of the plant thicker, and yada yada yada. So that is a super light dosage of that in a gallon, and I poured it in here and mixed it 50-50 with some more regular water, and I had it sitting in here. So for about the first week I had just regular water, and I guess every week after that I changed the water about once every week, and I would change it out with this. So I changed it out 3 times with this. The first time had regular water and nothing in it, and yeah. So this is the setup though, which actually matters. This is a south-facing window, so this is about like 9 in the morning. I forgot to check what time it is. It's like 9, 10 in the morning, and I have my shades, and sometimes I like alter them. So both plants relatively like a lot of bright light, so that's why it's good on this side. I had a humidifier. Let me run and go show you guys about that. I had it in the room because I put some lemongrass oils in there to make it smell good. But besides that, the whole month, or actually the whole kind of 2 months, I had it right here next to the other plant that I propagated. And so with the bright lighting, the humidifier, keeping the area relatively moist, and I actually started watering the other propagated plant with this kind of water. So I would water it with, when I replaced it once a week, I would pour it into here to water that. That's what sped this up. Man, this has grew pretty good. I mean, you could tell this is a new growth, and it's already putting out new roots of its own. So in 2 months, I can already cut this off and start another one. But I'm gonna see how big I can make it. But back to the story. So whenever I replaced the passion fruit water, I would pour that into the other plant, and then I would add more water for the passion fruit cuttings. And yeah, I'm guaranteed gonna get plants from these guys. I mean, look at these roots, these guys are good. So just throwing that out there. I guess I should have done just all the way water, but me always trying to experiment. Just trying to get as many as I can out there. I'm gonna show you guys how to plant them. I mean, you just put them in the pot and plant them at this point because they have roots. And then I'm gonna, just like I was watering the other plant, I'm gonna use this water to water those plants and to get them started. And then when they need water again, I'll make another mixture of this and water them with that about 2 to 3 times, and then see how far we are. Right now we are in December, so it's cold. That's why I have them in the house. I'm gonna get more started, and this is kind of a really good success. I don't know if this is a one-time thing, but that little mixture really helped, or maybe the humidifier helped to keep everything alive while it needed to produce the roots. Oh, and then the other factor, forgetful me, I guess. I got that light right there. I got that from Lowe's. It's just a regular 65 watt plant light. Puts off a little bit of heat, so I would actually keep that on a little bit after the sunset. So when things start getting cold, because we are in December, I would keep that on and I'd cut that off probably around like 9 o'clock. So it kind of kept the day lasting a little bit longer. So I'm kind of painting you guys the picture of what I did to get some success. So I will show you guys how I'm gonna plant them, and you guys can kind of try it yourself. Just for extra 411, that's the sunny side, and this is the shady side, which I'm trying to do the same thing with these Monstera, but they have not rooted yet. I don't want to put them in the sun just because I can't get more of those cuttings as quick as I can get the other guys. Alright, over and out for now. Alright, garden folks, so I'm now gonna actually plant the plants. I'm gonna use 2 deeper 4-inch pots for the passion fruit vines, just because since they are vines, they have a chance of maybe even rooting out at the second node. So just using some good old regular potting soil. I did put a little bit of just some coconut coir and a little bit of sand, but nothing too fancy. I like to keep it pretty neutral when it comes to like new cuttings and whatnot. And what I mean by deeper 4-inch pot, I mean that there are some that are a little bit shorter than others, so I'm gonna use the deeper one that I have rather than a shorter one. But if you have a short one, it's okay. So I kind of tend to want to, let's see, kind of just, actually let me pour that back up. Get a perfect angle on it. So I'll put that in there kind of midway. You want at least a bottom layer of soil. You don't want the roots pressed all the way to the bottom. Let's see if you can see in there. It's kind of dark. Let's see. There you go. So it's in there. Wish I could have a better, like a camera person or something, but here you go. So hold that in there. Kind of just put the dirt in there. Try not to give it too much of a tug up if you need to adjust, because you don't want to rip the roots right off. But there, and give it a good little press down. It's probably gonna want to flop over. That's when I kind of add like just rocks in there to hold it up, which probably most of the time might not work. So you might want to use like a little stick. You can use like a chopstick, little piece of a bamboo stick. But if I had it, I would probably use a chopstick. That's ideally what I would use. Next would be like a little piece of bamboo stick, but that's kind of pricey. Right here, right now, I just had some rock, which kind of held it. Or you can just plant it more deeply, or get a bigger pot and plant it more deeply. So let's do a second one. This is the guy with the larger roots. Put that in there. Put that in there. Grab some soil. And like I said, it's kind of like midway. It's not pressed to the bottom because I want some soil below the roots. And kind of pack that in. Get that nice firm. See, this one wants to flop over also. So I just grab some of this nice good light lava rock that I got from the famous Home Depot. Bada bing, bada boom. Soon I'm probably gonna go eat some Asian food and get some chopsticks so I can put that there, because obviously I'm gonna want them to grow and they're gonna get taller. So now we're gonna dethrone this guy and see if he's just growing up top, or does Overgrowth know what the hell he's talking about and got some good root production. In the name of science. So voila, to all my doubters and detractors, we got full-blown roots. This was from a cutting that if you can see, you see those roots right there. So I cut right there, I planted in soil. One died, one didn't make it, and this is the other. 50% progress. Nice, good, thick roots. I was waiting to do this. In the name of science. Dun-dun-dun. So ideally I did not want to do that because I wanted to keep it in a pot and just keep growing it, but now I get the chance of putting it in a bigger pot and growing it bigger. And as you can tell, I got on my little garden gloves because I had a cactus fall on my hand, so I got open wounds. So it's actually smart to not be exposing open wounds to soil, because that can cause for infection. And since it's soil, who knows what kind of bacteria or viruses or whatever's in there. I mean, there's normal stuff and then there's whatever's in the soil, and you don't want that in your skin or inside your body or inside your bloodstream. At that, your skin is your protector, so once that's broken, it's exposed. Random science, I guess, as I'm planting. Same as before, since it's a bigger pot, I give it a little tap, get those air pockets out of the soil. I kind of do need a tad bit more soil to fill it up, but that's okay. I'm just gonna throw these rocks that I had in here before. And that kind of makes up the rest of what I wanted to add. And like I said before, I got that juice that I was propagating the passion vines in. I'm just going to use that to water everything in, since it has a low dose of Super Thrive and a low dose of liquid algae. So easy peasy, bada bing, bada boom. Just a light watering, let them soak everything up. Probably gonna water them again with the same type of water, the mixture, a little bit of Super Dry, a little bit of liquid algae, which both are not considered fertilizers. So don't think you need to be fertilizing anything right now. So I'm gonna do that in probably about 3 days, and then I'm gonna put these. I'm actually right now gonna put these guys back inside so they can go ahead and have some TLC, tough love and care. If it was somebody that didn't really know what they were doing, I would keep them inside probably till mid-February. Out here in Arizona, it gets warm about mid-February. So if you're anywhere else, ideally, generally, just keep them inside until it warms up outside. Once it warms up outside, they're probably good to go, and then treat them as if they're at their best. I will keep you updated and show more root production and see if we got success, but I think we do. Over and out, garden folk. Oh, try to take off my gloves. Oh, and P.S. garden folk, the mother plants are actually outside during this December weather. So don't think maybe they actually need to be going inside like I'm doing. I'm just trying to baby them and also speed their speed up their growth. So this is the mother plant of one, and that's the mother plant of the others. And just like I said, I went down in here and cut right here where the roots are coming out, cut right there where the roots are coming out, start up a new one. For this guy, the passion fruit, I just kind of cut where you see a node, so I'd cut right there, or say you're cutting over here, I would cut right here just below the node. Alright, over and out, garden folk.